All right, all right. Welcome, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the live training. How's everyone doing today? Who's excited for this training? I'm super pumped. As you can tell, I've brought out my whiteboard and everything, so I'm really pumped for this training today. The title of the training, as you can see on the board, we're jamming about the simplified path to five-figure months. Five-figure months, okay? So that means we're talking minimum $10,000 per month. Who's excited to hear about that? Say hello as you guys are joining. Say hello in the comments. Let me know that you can hear me and see me before I get rocking and rolling. This is going to be an exciting training. I have a lot to cover. I've written out the 5 points, but I have a lot to cover, so I want to make sure before we dive in that everybody's ready to go. So as you guys are joining me, say hello in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, comment team replay or comment hashtag replay. And if you're watching this on the live training, if you're joining me live, comment hashtag team live. All right. If you're one of the people that requested the replay, we'll make sure to send this out to you so that you get this, because this isn't like any other typical live training that I've done here in this group before. My team was actually telling me, you know, not to put this out here on the Thursday live free training and actually just make this into like a paid training and have you guys all register for it and sign up for it. And I figured, no, let's just give it to the people. Give the people what they want. So I'm giving you a ton of value here on this training today. Let me know if you're pumped to hear about it. I'm really going to break this down for you in the most simplified way possible. So you should walk away from this training today knowing exactly how to hit 5 figures. Even if you're a beginner, even if you're like completely starting with ground zero, even if you haven't started yet. Okay, so if you're on this training and you haven't even started, at the end of this training, you'll know exactly how to get there. It'll be crystal clear. All right, I'm gonna walk you through this framework, a strategy that we use in our business, okay? Go into the comments, let me know you're here. I see you guys on here, so say hello so I can say hello back. Let me know you can hear me and see me. I'm using a new microphone today, so I wanna make sure that I'm not talking to nobody. All right. And this framework that we're going to go over today on this training, just so you know, this is the same framework. We're talking 5-figure months. It's the same framework we use in our business. And we're making an average of 100K collected every single month. And it's the same framework. Okay? So what I'm going to teach you here tonight, even though this is a free lesson, okay, free training, all right, treat this as if you just paid for a $2,000 ticket to a mastermind, okay? Treat it as if you're paid to be here, all right? Because this is really going to save you $50,000 in past masterminds, mentors that I've already invested in to acquire this skill set, all right? So treat this as if you paid for it. Don't treat it as if it's free, and you will get so much more out of this. I'm going to take you through this one-on-one, all right? So once you learn this, I want you to actually walk away from this and implement this into your business. I don't care if you haven't started yet, if you're brand spanking new, or if you've been at this for a while and you've been trying to get it going. This is going to give you clarity on where your bottleneck is and what exactly you need to work on to bring in 5-figure months. Who's excited? Is anybody excited to hear about 5-figure months? Is that something that would change your life if your business was bringing in 5 figures every month? $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Okay, so here's the rules. The rules are you watch the training, you take really good notes, and then you go implement. Okay, that's the frame. So imagine you just dropped $2,000 ticket to be in this room, to be watching this training. Okay, I'm giving you some really important frameworks for your coaching business. You're going to get so much more out of this training. All right, take notes today, actively participate in the training. The reason why I ask you to actively participate is because you will retain so much more information. That's how the human brain learns, right? We consume information, then we write out and repeat the information. So by taking notes, by writing it in the chat, and then by going out and doing and actively implementing. Okay, it's the best way to learn. All right, sound good? Who's with me? Let me hear it in the comments if you guys are ready for this. So I have written out these 5 steps. These are the 5 steps you need to have in order to have a 5-figure month. If you're missing any of these, you will constantly feel frustrated that your business isn't growing, that you don't know how to get clients, that you're not earning 5 figures, okay? So we're gonna talk about step 1, who, step 2, how, step 3, where, step 4, show, and step 5, offer. I'm going to walk you through all of these steps. I'm telling you, by the end of this, you will never wonder how to hit 10K in 30 days. All right, so step 1 is who. What do we need to know? Why do we need to have step 1? We need to know who our business is for, who our coaching business is there to serve. So what is that? That's your niche, right? So I think I've already told you this before in past trainings, but when I started my online coaching business, I started doing everything wrong. I started doing it all wrong. It cost me a lot of money. It cost me a lot of wasted time, okay? And if I think about it, I start to get a little nauseous, right? My background is as a dietitian, right? I have those letters after my name, right? RD. But I really struggled with this idea of having a niche and really getting clear on who that is. And the reason for that was because, you know, as a dietitian, and I think, let me know in the comments if any of you can relate to this with your training, if you've been through a certification or if you have some type of training, if you're a trainer. We have a variety of problems and people that we can help. And so I really held on to this belief that was really limiting myself of just picking an area of focus, getting clear on who that person is. So I tried attracting clients by promoting trainings, right? Like how to improve your overall health, how to understand food and the body. And what do you think happened when I tried to promote those trainings? Do you think that I expanded instead of limiting? Do you think I expanded my reach? Do you think I just attracted so many people? No, it's the opposite. Got a whole lot of nothing. Nobody was excited about it. Nobody was signing up, right? And it's really frustrating because you feel like you're showing up for more people and you're making yourself available for more people when you're afraid to niche down. And what happens is you end up helping nobody. And so now I understand why nobody paid attention, why nobody bothered to show up. And it wasn't until I started focusing on, you know, career women who struggled to lose weight that my coaching business started to grow. So I created a brand, I created a program that was specifically designed for that person. It was just for them, made just for them, right? That's when my coaching business started to explode. And now I've expanded and I've grown my business into helping coaches create their own coaching business and grow their full-time practice because I know there's other people out there that were in the same boat as me. And so I understand that niche now. Is this making sense? Let me know in the comments if you're with me. Go into the comments and say, I'm with you. I'm with you. And by the way, for those of you who don't know me, if this is your first time ever on a training with me before, and you don't know me, my name is 𝑭𝒊𝒈𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒄. And I'm the founder of the Online Coach Intensive. We call it OCI. And so we help coaches start and launch their coaching practice online. Start and launch. So if you haven't started yet and you're thinking, I don't know if this is for me because I haven't started, that's what we do. We help coaches start. Right? We teach our clients to have mastery over their niche, mastery over their offer, and then create offers that sell for high ticket. Right? And then our clients with their coaching program, just so that you know, minimum, $1,000 to work with you. We teach you how to do that. All the way up to, I think, our highest package that we've ever had a client put together, $14,000. Brand new coaches, just getting started. Right? And our coaching business right now is currently bringing in over $1 million per year. And it's using what I'm going to teach you today. All right? It's how we've helped our clients bring in 10K, 20K, 40K, 50K months with their own coaching practices. Does that sound exciting to you? All of them started here at this step. So when you're thinking about your niche and you're deciding what it is that you're going to offer, the number one determinant of whether your niche is profitable and whether you can charge high ticket and whether people will actually pay high ticket to work with you, it all comes down to the value of the problem that you solve, the value of the transformation that you deliver. So I'm curious, show of hands, replayers, you can participate too. Show of hands, how many of you are in coaching, are looking to start a coaching business because you want to help people make a permanent change in their life, a permanent transformation? You want them to change the trajectory of their life. Go in the comments if you are one, and put a 1 if you're that coach. Put a 2 if you're the coach who just wants to help someone feel better for a little bit, for like a week. You want to help them make a temporary change. Go into the comments and put a 2 if you're all about temporary change. And go to the comments and put 1 if you're a coach who wants to actually make permanent transformation with your clients. I'm curious. Show of hands, which category do you select? Lots of ones coming in, right? And so the reason why people pay high ticket is for the transformation, the value of that transformation. So if you're still on this step and you're still figuring out step 1, you're still figuring out the who, I want you to decide what is the exact outcome that you provide your clients. Write it down right now if you're taking notes, right? You guys paid to be here. Pretend like you paid to be here in this masterclass. We're going to figure this out right now. I want you to decide the exact outcome that you provide your clients. That's what they're investing in. That's why we're able to create high ticket packages. If you're able to get healthy and not have to deal with IBS for the rest of your life, okay? Eliminate the pain from that. Do you know how painful IBS can be? How uncomfortable it can be? How embarrassing it can be to go out in public when you have to worry about that? And you're telling me, hey, I can fix this problem for you. I can eliminate this issue. It's going to be a couple $100s. So somebody else is charging a couple $100. That's okay. You're massively underserving your clients, right? You're changing their life. You're giving them a whole new trajectory. Now their whole life is going to be different. Are you kidding me? Think about that. If you're a life coach and you help people with their relationships, think about that. You help women who are already in their mid-30s or late 30s, and they really want to settle down and they want to start having kids. And you help them find true love with that perfect partner. what is the value of that transformation for them for the rest of their life? So I just want you to start chewing on this and thinking about this. Think about the who, okay? Who wants that? How many of you guys want to work with people who deeply desire transformation? They want that type of transformation versus the people who just kind of want to dabble in some goals. I'd kind of like to get healthy. Maybe I'd like to lose a few pounds. Maybe I'd like to thinking about making some changes in my life. No, you want to work with the clients who are deeply desiring transformation. Those are your perfect clients. Those are the clients that you want to put in this category. All right? The number one rule for us at OCI, what we teach our clients, everything that you do, how you operate in your business, everything is in the best interest of your client. So I want you to think about price. When you price your niche, what is the price that will evoke the maximum commitment from your client? Right? That's the price where they're invested, they're paying attention, they're 100% committed to doing the work, right? And the last point I'm going to make about pricing before we move on, because I want you to just start thinking and chewing on this, is I want you to think about pricing and getting transformation, right? It's actually harder to sell a really big solution to somebody, actually, like we've been talking about making big transformation in their life for a big problem that's really important to them at a low price point for a couple $100s. Because energetically, there's incongruence there for the customer. If you come and you talk to a relationship coach, a life coach, and you say, my marriage is broken, or a health coach, my health is in disrepair, I'm suffering every day, mentally and physically, and I'm really looking for someone to help me, and they come to me and they say, here is exactly how to fix it, it's going to be $300. I'm already thinking like, whoa, they must not be understanding the scope of my problem. They must not be that good. This is a big problem for me. Why is it so cheap? Am I getting the right thing? Right? How many of you have ever bought like an electronic off, I don't know, Amazon or eBay? You're buying like, you know, like a file to store information. And you're like, why is it so cheap? Well, I'm going to get it anyway. And then you get it in the mail and the file's corrupted. I'm like, oh, I can't even use this. That's why it was so cheap. This is like a fake product. These are fake electronics, right? Energetically, something's off if we're not actually asking people to invest into the transformation that they actually want. Is this resonating with you guys? Let me know if you're with me so far. So deciding on the exact outcome, all right, choose the industry. So is it health? Do you help people with their health? Do you help people with their mental health? Do you help people with their relationships, with their career? Right, that's the industry. And then the population is, who is that person? Is it new moms who are struggling to find time to balancing new mom with their career? Is it new moms who are struggling to balance their health with being a new mom? What stage of life are they in? Is it menopausal women? It could be men. Could be working with men. Who is that person? What population are you working with? Is it someone who's recently diagnosed with a chronic disease? Because each population is going to have their own experience with the problem you're talking about, right? The way you would talk about the problem to a new mom is going to be different than the way you would talk to a corporate attorney and how they experience the problem day to day. So this is everything that we dive into on niche. There's so much more to this topic, but I want to get through all of these points, okay? So step 2 is the how. Step 2 is the how you help your clients make the transformation, okay? So what is step 2? Step 2 is the how. That is your, oops, I just wrote it wrong. This is where you put together your signature offer / program. So now we know who, now we need to have a signature offer and a signature program. So we talked about this with niche, but these go hand in hand, right? It's in order to make yourself stand out in the marketplace, in order to stand out in a sea of online coaches, you need to understand how to differentiate yourself from all of the other coaches out there, right? So when you're putting this together, it's about the transformation. Somebody write that down in their notes right now. If you take one thing away from this, it's about the transformation. So what I mean by that is I don't mean that you have to have this huge track record of transformation, testimonials, case studies. What I mean is that if you're going to create a package for your high ticket offer, you're going to create something that's $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 for that program, it needs to be designed in a way that has the maximum potential to create great results for your clients. So if you're taking notes, write that down. It needs to be designed in a way that it has the maximum potential to create great results for your clients. That's your how. So your client needs, if you're thinking about how to put this program together, your client is going to need 3 main things to make this change. 3 categories. Number 1, they're going to need the strategy from you. What is it that we have someone do? If somebody came to you today and they said they needed help and you know that you can help them today, what would be the main thing you have them start with? Start putting together that strategy. What are the main steps that someone would need to take to start making a shift in this area of their life? And then number 2 is mindset. Number 2 is mindset. So your clients are going to have questions and doubts that come up. Just like you, right? Just like when you think about growing your business, you have questions that come up. You have doubts, you start to get scared, right? And your coach is there to work with you on the mindset and help you identify where are you self-sabotaging? Where are you holding yourself back? What's the limiting belief that's causing you to take this action or causing you not to take that action? What's keeping you from pushing forward? And hold you accountable to that, even if it's uncomfortable. So that's step 2 is mindset, and step 3 is support. Offering them the support, holding their hand, coaching them every step of the way. Because if it was just enough to have information, nobody would need coaches. You just go to Google, find a bunch of information, keep trying things, and you'd eventually stumble on the answer. But information does not equal transformation, right? So those are the 3 components that you should have in a high ticket package. A very specific problem. Here's the problem we're going to fix, all right? And here's a specific strategy. And then when you start to stumble along the way, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to be there to coach you. I'm going to coach you on your belief. I'm going to coach you on your mindset. And I'm going to hold you and support you every step of the way. That's it. That's all it takes. If you can do that, then you have what it takes to put together a high ticket offer. Now, if you're listening to me right now and you're thinking to yourself, okay, Valerie, in theory, this sounds really cool. Not 100% sure yet. What's the problem that I solve? Listen, we actually work with you hand in hand to do that, to put this together, to have massive clarity on this. What is the outcome that I want to provide for people, right? Getting really clear. What is that problem? Who is that person? Can you see now how these step 1 and step 2 go hand in hand? You can't put together step 2 until you have step 1, right? Step 3, this is really important. I'm curious to hear how many of you are stuck on step 3. Step 3 is where to find qualified, quality leads. Who feels like they're stuck on step 3? I'm curious to know what step you guys put in the comments. Step 1, step 2, step 3, where you feel stuck. So I have 2 points about step 3, okay? Step 3 is the leads. Where to find them. Number 1, you need to have a way to target your message in front of the right people so that it's not just going to family and friends that are seeing it. And number 2, you have to have systems and processes in place for them to easily go through, right? I call this the Faucet System. For any of you who have wondered what that is or have ever heard me use that term before, because once you have the flow dialed in, you have step 1 and step 2, and you have this flow dialed in. Once you understand how to implement it, you can turn your leads up if you're looking to grow your business that month, or you can turn your leads down and slow down on how many new clients you want to take on. Who would like to be able to control their lead flow week to week and month to month? So let me know in the comments. Go in the comments and type faucet if you would like to be able to control the flow. Right, this is how my client David has 10 people scheduled on his calendar as of yesterday, halfway through the week. 10 new leads from Monday to Wednesday, right? So I'm curious, how many of you remember how you found me? Some of you might have found me from some different ways, but how many of you remember how you found me? Let me know in the comments if you remember how you found me. Because this is a really important point. Just recruit new coaches. Yeah, exactly. Just keep growing, right? Sky's the limit. So this is what I see happening, coaches, too much. I see this hope and pray strategy. Hope someone sends them a referral. Hoping they can build, if they build a website, that they'll find the right person magically, and that person will just magically land up on their website, and then from there to just sign up with them, right? Hoping that if they keep posting online to the same people, the same family and friends that they're already connected with, eventually people will sign up with them. That same audience, that same pool of people who aren't even in this category, who aren't even this perfect fit. So let me ask you this, does that sound consistent? Hope and pray. Maybe someone will send me a referral. I hope the referral they send me is this perfect person. I hope next week I get referrals. Hopefully next week I get leads. Hopefully somebody finds my website. Hopefully I'll just be able to grow a big enough audience. Does that sound predictable? How stable and healthy do you think that business is? How do you know where your leads are going to come from? If you don't have a way to control where your leads are coming from and in what quantity, and even if they're the right fit, you're going to be in big, big trouble. You're never going to feel secure in your business month after month. And that's a big reason why a lot of you haven't got your business off the ground yet. You think it's all these other things that you need to figure out, but if you don't know that you're going to get leads next month, then how are you ever going to feel consistent that your business is going to make money and feel confident to go full time? So going back to how you found me, I would venture to guess 98% of you came from an ad. You were scrolling online, and then all of a sudden, my face popped up. Something grabbed your attention when my face popped, and the next thing you know, you're listening to what I have to say, right? You're listening to my message. And the next thing you know, you're clicking through. And the next thing you know, you're signing up for more information. And when you consume that training, it shows you why you need me. And then it has the next invitation for you to take the next step. And so if you study what we do here at OCI, everything has a process to it. Everything has a system behind it. We don't do hope and pray strategy. We don't cross our fingers and hope you guys get leads next week. There's a process to it. We're not sending you to our website and hoping you know where to go next. So I want you to stop writing for a second, stop taking notes for a second, and I just want you to close your eyes and imagine what it would be like to have a system in place like that, where the right people are finding you. And because you have step 1 and step 2 dialed in, and your message that you put in front of them is capturing their attention, because you know them so well, and you know the exact message that they need to hear, and then they're taking the next step with you all the way through that system that you came through and found me, and now they're asking about how they can work with you. What would that be like for you? Imagine if you had even 2 people per day trickling through your system, right? Even if you're at ground zero right now, and you're just getting your system set up. You haven't started it, you're still on step 1. And you get that system put in place. Qualified targeted leads who are actually looking to solve the problem and make a transformation right now. How would that change things for you? Right? We talked about having a high ticket offer. We talked about that's what they're actually looking for, those quality leads. Even if you have a $2,500 offer just starting out, and you only sign 1 per week, trickling through your system, worst case scenario, you sign 1. Someone go into the comments right now, tell me what that is. $2,500 per week. How much is that per month? I'll wait. Who knows what that is? $2,500 offer, 1 client per week, trickling through your system who signed up. How much is that in a month? $10,000. That's right. $10,000. There's your 5-figure month. All right. So now we're at the point where it doesn't matter if you have a way to target the right people in step 3, if you don't have a training to lead them to, which shows them why they need you. So many coaches don't understand how to demonstrate clearly and simply why someone needs them. Okay, we know how to give tips. We know how to talk about our certifications. We know how to sound like a textbook, but we don't know how to lead someone through a process in the most clear way that they need to hear to understand that you're the one who can solve their problem. So this is where you send them to a training. You offer them training that makes it clear to them. So if you look at what we have done, we didn't just throw together a training, right? It was very strategic. It was intentional. It was designed to help the person watching the training have massive clarity, not only on their problem, but what's missing, how to fix it. So if you can nail the components of this step, it will make you so much money and allow you to help so many more people. But it must be done correctly. You can't just throw together a training tonight and then wonder why it's not working. Okay, there's an actual strategy behind this. So if anyone wants to see a good example of our training, go to the welcome post in this group. If you read the description of that post, the first link, step 1, on that post is a training exactly like the one we're talking about in step 4. So you guys, everyone feel free to go watch that training after this. All right, and then step 5 is make the offer. At this point, you have a niche, you have a signature offer that's high ticket, you have a way to get your message in front of the right people, right? You have a way to target that right person. Just like how when you found me, I didn't just show it to Joe Schmo the plumber, I showed it to you because you're a coach. So I have a way to target in front of the right people. And you feel compelled to take the next step. And then at this point, they've watched the training, they understand that you can help them with the problem, they know why they need help with the problem. You made them an offer. All you're doing on this step is saying, hey, I can help you fix this. Would you like to know what that looks like? That simple. This is the most simple, don't overthink this step. Because remember, you're not talking to family and friends. You're not trying to convince family and friends or random referrals who aren't even a great fit for what you do, who are trying to work with you, to sign up with you. That's the beauty of this process, because it becomes totally different experience when you know you're talking to somebody who's looking for help and is ultra committed and decisive and resourceful to doing something about it. Who thinks making an offer to that person would be way easier? To that person who checks all these boxes, has gone through your system, has watched the training, they know why they need you, they're raising their hand asking how they can work with you. All you have to do is say, hey, I can help you with this. All right, and final step, guys, this is step 6. Bonus step, you just enroll them. You just enroll your clients, your soulmate clients, right? 2 leads per day, just getting your system up and running, just 2 leads per day. 30 days out of the month is 60 perfect leads. You only need 4 to hit 5-figure months. That's it. This is what's missing for every single one of you who's been trying to figure all of this out. I just simplified all of it for you right here. You guys with me? Is this valuable for you? Are you guys getting value from this training? This is the process that we teach, right? We teach our clients who are brand spanking new coaches. Maybe they're still in certification. We help them figure this out. This is the stuff they don't teach you in school, folks, right? They didn't teach me when I was in school to become a dietitian. They didn't teach me this. And I know for a lot of you who are going through certification right now, this is what's missing. So this is what we teach at OCI. We help them dial in every single piece of these 5 steps. So from, they're going to be targeting their niche, dialing in their offer and their program, making sure their message is dialed in, so that the ones that are looking for this offer and having clarity that this is what they're looking for, then, going through it, everything from what to say in your ads, what you should be saying in your training, helping you craft all of that, how to have the conversation with that right fit when you have them on a strategy call on the phone. So it's a really beneficial, powerful conversation for your client. Why? Because everything is in the best interest of your clients. The best way to make money is to help people. So everything you do is in their best interest. So it's a really good experience, right? And then how you actually deliver your programs, we help you with that. How to actually deliver the program so that they get extraordinary, amazing results, right? And then once you have that foundation, and now you're bringing in 5, 10 clients every month at $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, then we show you how to take things to the next level, right? For those of you that are like, no way, I'm not turning down the faucet. I'm just going to get more people to help me serve more people. I'm on a mission here to serve and help as many people as possible on the planet. Those are my kind of people. So it's a really simple process, guys. If it's any more complicated than that, it's going to take you forever to implement. Okay? We're not telling coaches to go off and become content creation machines. We're not telling coaches to go out and post 15 times a day on Instagram. We're not teaching people to create these complicated launches or teaching people to do affiliate marketing or crank out blogs. All right, and the list goes on, right? I understand why it can be confusing and overwhelming. This is a really fast, really simple strategy. That's why we're able to get people results quickly, right? You've seen the interviews. If you haven't, check them out. They're in the group. Clients like Crystal, bringing in 56K in 6 weeks. Boom. Clients like Kristen, she's doing 40K per month right now. All right. So look, if you're sitting there and your head is exploding and you're like, oh my gosh, like you have coaches literally doing 40K per month. Like that's what I do in a year, which is bananas. they're doing it in a month, right? So if you want to implement these processes yourself and put these things into practice in your business, all right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to schedule in some time to talk with us. So here's how that works. If you want to talk about any one of these steps, right, whatever step you think is your bottleneck, maybe you're stuck on step 1 and you know you can't get to step 2 until you get help with step 1. Maybe you're stuck on step 3. Maybe you're stuck on step 4. Or maybe you know that you need help with all of these steps. Whatever it is, our team is really good at diagnosing and simplifying what you need to do. So if you want to talk to someone about actually what you need to do to get things going, to get momentum, go into the comments and type talk. That's all you have to do. Go into the comments and type talk, and we'll dive into everything. We'll talk about what's working in your business, what's not working in your business, right? We'll talk about what stage you're at. You can tell us your prices that you're charging. You can talk about what you've been thinking about charging. Maybe you haven't started charging yet and you're still trying to figure it out. We can bounce around those ideas and get you super clear. We'll talk about what's worked, what hasn't worked. You can share with us where you really want to go with the business. Is that 20K a month? Is that 30K a month? Whatever your real true vision is, right? If you silence the inner critic and you stop thinking about what's realistic right now, what is that real number? And we'll come up with a plan together, step-by-step game plan to help you get there. All right? It'll be the most valuable time you spent working on your business. There is no charge. This is something that we do totally free. Why is that? The reason that we do it for free is because we know if you're a good fit, if you're our people, just like you have that perfect fit you're looking for, we know if you're a good fit for our program, you might want to talk about how we can work together, right? If that's what you'd want, awesome. We're happy to talk about it. If not, that's okay too. Either way, our goal is to provide you massive value, massive clarity on that call. Because here's the thing, if you're like most people who come and work with us, you are leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table in your business, right? Some of you are giving yourself to the end of the year to start making what our clients make in 30 to 60 days. And you're telling yourself, the only limitation is the story you're telling yourself right now that it's going to take till the end of the year to really get ready for that. We take brand new beginners there in 30 to 60 days. It's not easy. I'm not selling you an easy button, right? It takes hard work and commitment and dedication, right? But it is doable. We have people do it all the time. So if you're like most of the people who come to work with us, you can stop doing all the other busy work that you've been told you need to do, all that other marketing busy work, all right? So if you've been doing any of those strategies that we talked about and they just have not been working, and you feel like you've been on this grind and this hustle, do yourself a favor and go into the comments and type talk to someone from our team. We're going to be able to show you how to stop wasting time on things that aren't serving you and actually moving the needle so you can start helping the people that are on this planet right now looking for someone to help them. So go into the comments, type talk. We'll have a chat with you. We'll have a conversation. See how we can serve you on that call. See how we can help you. All right, coaches. If this was valuable for you today, let me know in the comments. Go into the comments and type value if this was valuable for you so I know that you enjoyed this training. If you want to get more value, schedule time to talk with us. We will give you personalized value. All righty, coaches. Thanks so much for joining me here today. Always a pleasure hanging out with you. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.